So these are true expressions that fluent speakers use on a daily basis. And make no mistake, they are going to help you sound more fluent, and they're going to help you understand fluent speakers much better. Before we get into the expressions, I want to say something very important. We have created a free PDF on all of these expressions that you can access by using the link in the description. We've also added on about 5 or 10 bonus expressions for you to learn. We hope you find it useful and use the expressions in your everyday conversations. The first expression is make no mistake. Make no mistake. This means that something you are about to say is something you are certain of, something that you are sure of, something that you are confident is true. Make no mistake, this lesson is going to help you sound more fluent. Make no mistake. Like a lot of expressions, it's said quickly with no spaces between the words. And this is often a challenge to people who are learning English. Fluent speakers talk quickly. Make no mistake. If you find this video helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see our future English content. The next one is off the top of my head. This is an expression you would use when you're thinking about something, when you're trying to come up with something in the moment, in that instant. Off the top of my head, I can think of maybe 5 or 10 expressions that I use every day. This means that I can think of 5 to 10 expressions in this moment, thinking in this moment, off the top of my head. It's pronounced off the top of my head. So my and head are kind of combined into one word, off the top of my head. Someone could ask, how many times did she say that? And you could answer, off the top of my head, I can think of maybe once or twice off the top of my head. So this is something that you haven't given a lot of thought of before the question was asked. The next one is bring it on. Bring it on is something that you would say if you're about to face something that's a real challenge, something that you perhaps are not super confident in, a challenge in your life or a project or an interaction, a conversation, something that you might be nervous about, but you want to sound confident. Bring it on. You often hear this in movies or TV shows. It's a way to show confidence in yourself, in a task that you're about to take on. Sometimes it's shortened to just bring it. So instead of bring it on, bring it. This is going to be a tough day, but bring it on. This is not going to be an easy thing to do, but bring it on. The next one is go to. Just 2 words in this case, but if somebody is a go-to person, they are the person that can be relied upon to do something. They are the best at something. So you could say, when it comes to finances, she's the go-to person on our team. She is the best one. She is the one that we often go to work on this type of thing. The next one is one that I am a big fan of. This is one that I say all the time. It is to each their own. This means that to each person, their own preference. Each person has a way of doing things or a mindset that is their own, and that's okay. To each their own. We went to the restaurant the other night, the one on the corner, and I didn't really like it, but the person I was with really liked it. To each their own. It's a common expression, kind of like c'est la vie. To each their own. We've just launched a brand new interactive online community that you can find using the link in the description below. This is the English Perfectus Internet Community. The sole reason, the only reason it exists is to help you become fluent faster. So we have weekly conversations, we have lessons, documents, and learning guides for you to use. If you want to become fluent faster, if you want to become a confident English speaker, if you're learning English for work, or if you're moving to an English-speaking community, join using the link in the description below for an exclusive discount, and let us help you become fluent in English faster. For some people, learning English is a necessity. There is no plan B. Plan B. This means there is no backup plan. People will have a first course of action, a first plan. That's their plan A. And plan B, which is a common expression, is your plan to follow if plan A fails. Plan B is your backup plan. The next one, again, is just a couple words. Solid ground. An example of using this would be, we're on solid ground to take this project forward. We're on solid ground to do this in a faster way. We're on solid ground to do this better. Solid ground means that the plan that you have in place or the steps that you've taken up to a certain point, they're a good thing to strive forward from. When you think about it, solid ground is firm. It's something that you can build on. So solid ground is used to talk about a process or a place that you're coming from, which gives you strength to move forward. I think we're on solid ground to achieve our targets in Q4. When it comes to leading a team, she has a lot of experience and she's on solid ground to do it. The next one is to attack something head on or to take something head on. This means you are about to take on a tough challenge, something that's going to be hard, but you are confident and speaking about it in a way that you're ready to take on the challenge. You're ready to take on a massive effort. You are fearless. You are ready to go head forward into the problem or the process. Take it on. Take it head on, attack it head on, meet it directly. To bear the brunt. This means that you are taking a large problem on yourself, or the group that you're in is taking on a larger part of a problem or a task than another person or group. You could say, when it came to the complaints received about the product, I had to bear the brunt because I led the product launch. To bear the brunt. The next one is known as a term of endearment. This is something that you say about somebody that you love or that you care deeply for. It is my one and only. My wife and business partner is my one and only. That means that person is your soulmate. They are the most important person to you, the most significant relationship in your life, often used about somebody that you love or that you care deeply for, a marriage, a spouse, my one and only. And is shortened to N, my one and only. The next one is often represented as AKA, also known as. Those are the first letters. It's a silent K, also known as. This is something that you would say if you're naming something in a different way. He's the best player of all time, AKA the GOAT. You would typically see this in casual writing, in text messaging, in articles, AKA. The next one is something that you would say after listing a couple of things that are very similar. So on and so forth. This is said very quickly in the middle of a conversation. You could hear somebody say, well, we got up and we brushed our teeth and we had breakfast and so on and so forth. They're trying to have you fill in the blanks of the rest of the list, so on and so forth. The next expression that I hear people use all the time is to get the best of. If you were defeated by something or someone, or a task was something that you were not able to accomplish, it got the best of you. If you're talking about it in the past, it is got the best. So we tried to complete the project, but it was really tough and it got the best of us. The next one is to burn the candle at both ends. This means that you're doing something that you aren't able to keep up, something that is not sustainable. If you think of a candle burning at both ends, what's going to happen? The candle is eventually going to burn out. So if you're burning the candle at both ends, it means that you're doing too many things at once. You're doing more than you can actually handle. You could say, at work, we were taking on too many projects and juggling too many things. We were really burning the candle at both ends, and we eventually failed. A very similar one is to bite off more than you can chew. To bite off more than you can chew. This means that you have taken on too many things. You have accepted the responsibility for more than you can handle. You've bitten off more than you can chew. The next expression that I hear all the time is to turn a blind eye. If you turn a blind eye to something, it means that you are willingly ignoring it. You know that it's going on. You know that something is happening, but you have decided to turn a blind eye to it. You've decided to ignore it. For one reason or another, you've turned a blind eye to it. He knew that she was coming in late every day, but she was a top performer on the team, so he turned a blind eye to it. The next one is to hit the jackpot. A jackpot is something that's won. If you're gambling, playing cards, to hit the jackpot means to win something. So you could say, he really hit the jackpot with his new role. That means that he was very lucky to get the new role. It's a great role. He hit the jackpot. The next expression and our final expression is to get something off your chest. This means that you are getting rid of a problem. If you are getting something off your chest, you're often saying something that you have thought of for a long time, but have never expressed or said to anybody. So he was really upset and he decided to get it off his chest and tell the team what he was thinking. It means to have a moment of honesty about your true feelings. I hope you've enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you have, remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see our future lessons on English fluency. Be sure to use the link in the description if you'd like to join our online group and take your fluency to the next level faster. Until next time, keep learning, and we'll talk soon.